Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the third week of the homework portal series. Okay, so this week we will be solving problems on the data analysis. A complete theoretical information or about the concepts which have been involved in data analysis has already been discussed, has been given in the form of videos which has already been uploaded to the YouTube channel, to my channel. So you can have a look at it, and first you go through it, and later on you can come back to these problems. So as usual, per day one solution will be uploaded. So whatever I am doing now, this will be uploaded on Monday, that is tomorrow. Today is Sunday, I'm doing it in advance. Okay, so it will be uploaded, the solutions for it will be uploaded. So this question, the first question is for 11 marks. So if you go through the data analysis, which I have already done, I think it's more than sufficient. And there's no textbooks for it to explain or to have notes for it. So that's why I made a complete video. There are totally 5 videos in a particular series, each of them discussing several parts. Okay, so you can go through it. Okay, now let us start with this. Let me start the timer. This is for 11 minutes, right? Let me increase this font over here, size over here. Okay, now question number 1. A small sphere rolls down a track of constant length AB. The sphere is now released from rest A. The time t that the sphere takes to roll from A to B, is measured for different values of the height h. Okay, now so the sphere now starts rolling over from here to here. Okay, now next is a student suggested t is proportional to 1 by h. T is proportional to 1 by h. To test this hypothesis, a graph of t against 1 by h is plotted as shown on the axis below. The uncertainty in t is shown, and the uncertainty in 1 by h is negligible. T versus 1 by h, he says that t is proportional to 1 by h. T is 1 by h, proportional to 1 by h. So graph of t is done. Okay. Still state what, draw the straight line that fits the data. Draw the straight line that fits the data. So what we will do is we'll take up any one of these points over here and such that it meets all these points. Thus, I can now draw a straight line like this, which fits the data. No, it doesn't fit it. Okay, this is not the right one. What I will do is I'll just erase this. I need to draw a straight line which fits all the which passes through all the error bars. That's what I need to do. Okay, so it is passing through all the error bars. It should just touch the error bars. That's it. Okay, so if it touches like this, so this would be the straight line for it. Okay, then next one. So this is done. State why the data does not support the hypothesis. State why the data does not support the hypothesis. Now, what's the hypothesis? The hypothesis says that the t is directly proportional to h. Now, in the video also I told you, whenever you use the term proportional, what does it mean? That the line should pass through the origin. Okay, this is what you need to find out. Does the line pass through the origin? See, so however you draw the line over here, it will never pass through the origin. It will always have an intercept over here. So therefore, you can say, for 1 mark, you can say state why. He's asking you the reason. You should say line does not pass through the origin. And as a result of it, this definitely does not support the hypothesis. Okay, next. Another student suggested the relationship between t and h is of the form t is equal to k into root of 1 by h. Okay, fine, where k is a constant. To test whether or not the data supports the relationship, a graph of t square against 1 by h is plotted. Earlier, what did we plot? Earlier, we plotted a graph of t versus 1 by h. Now, what are we plotting? We are plotting t square versus 1 by h. The best fit line takes into account the uncertainties of all the data points. Okay, and then what is he asking? The uncertainty in t square for the data point where h is equal to 1 by where 1 by h equal to 10 is shown on an error bar on the graph. State the value of the uncertainty in t square or 1 by h equal to 10 per meter. Okay, so now let us look at this. So what they have done is they have made a transformation here. Like look into my last video in transformation. It tells you about how you transform it. So therefore, you have t is equal to k root of 1 by h. When you do t square, this will be equal to k square into 1 by h. You get it, right? He has plotted a graph of 1 by h. What is 1 by h? Is x here, k square is m here, and this is your y here. So you get an equation of y equal to mx. Okay, now y equal to mx, this line, and there is no c intercept here, so this should pass through the origin. So this is passing through the origin, correct? Then say the value of uncertainty in t square for 1 by h equal to 10 per meter. What is the uncertainty in t square? See, what is the value of t square here at this point? See, this point is 2 units, 2 squares below 3. What is the value of each square? This is 2.5, this is 2.75, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units over here, which means each square here will be 0.05. Okay, so therefore, if this is 3, this could be 2.75, 2.8, 2.85. This value would be 2.85 over here. And what is this value? This is 3.25 over here. 3.25 over here. What is the difference between these two? Delta of t square, because t square, right, is equal to 3.25 minus 2.85 should be equal to 0.4. Okay, so thus delta of t square is equal to 0.4. So this is what we have got here. Okay, now let us go back here and write the uncertainty in value for t square for 1 by h equal to 1 by, are we done rightly? 1 by h, see, this is for 1 by h, right? 1 by h equal to 10. See, this line correspond to 1 by h here. Okay, so therefore this is 2. Hey, it's not even 2.85, it's 2.9. I'm sorry. This is 2.90. 3.25 minus 2.90. Delta of t square should be equal to 0.35. This is what I get. Okay, let me write it down there. So this value 1 mark. So you write this as 3.35. Okay. Calculate the uncertainty in t square for t equal to 0.8 plus or minus 1. Give your answer to the appropriate number of significant digits. Now, here we calculated for 1 by h equal to 10. Here is asking you to calculate for 0.8. Let me go here and see whether can we get it from the graph. Can we get it for 1 by h equal to how much? For 1 by h equal to, calculate the uncertainty t square when t is equal to 0.8. Is it possible to get that? No, because you know it's t square versus h. What does this give you? At 0.8, do we get anything? At t equal to 0.8, where is it? This is your 0.8. At 0.8 also I'm not able to get anything. Now, how do we do it? Okay, now towards it, now we know that t is given over here. Now we have an equation. What is that equation here? The equation which is given here is t square equal to k square into 1 by h, right? Let us take that value. So we have t square equal to k square into 1 by h. Let me take y is equal to k square. Y is equal to t square. So delta y by delta t will be equal to 2 times delta t divided by t. What is he asking? He's asking you to find out the uncertainty in t square over here. Okay, so this should now be equal to, now delta t you already know, this is nothing but 0.8. So I'll write 2 into 0.8 divided by t value 0.1. 0.1. This is your delta t, right? This is your t0. So, and this t0 is nothing but t, which is nothing but 0.8. So thus delta y by t, delta t is equal to 2 1s are 2 4s are, this should be equal to 1 by 4. But what is he asking? Significant in t square, right? Now let us write it down properly. What do we mean by that? So it's not delta y by delta t, it's delta y by y here. Delta y by y, if you write it properly, what do you get? You get this as delta of t square divided by t square. Okay, which is equal to 1 by 4. This is what you got. Now let us see whether you are getting the same thing. Get your answer. Calculate the uncertainty in t square. Uncertainty in t square when t is equal to so much. So you got the right answer, right? So therefore it is equal to 1 by 4. Okay, so now how is the marks being divided here? You get 1 mark for correctly identifying your t0 and delta t. This is for 1 mark. And second mark, you use this equation and you say y equal to t square. This is your 1 more mark. And then you find delta y by y, which is 1 more mark. And finally, you get back to this and say this is equal to 1 by 4 or 0.25, calculation part. Okay, and finally suggest that this delta of t square by t square, you get 1 more mark here. Okay, so thus we have done this also. Next one, use the graph to determine the value of k. Do not calculate its uncertainty. You need to determine the value of k using the graph. Using the graph, how do I get it? What is the formula once again? It's a straight line. T square is equal to k square into 1 by h. So in other words, what is this? This is your y here. This is your m here. This is your x over here. So if you get the value of m here, which is a slope, you can get the value of k square. How? Because k square is equal to slope. K should be equal to square root of slope, right? So let us find out what is the value of the slope here. So I have to take 2 points anywhere I can take. Okay, there's no restriction. So what I will do is I will take a point. Let us say I will take up this point here, which corresponds to 4. I'll take one more point corresponding to 6 here. These 2 points I take, and I will draw a triangle here like this. Okay, I've got this here. Now, what is the value? Y value corresponding to this is 1.5. This is 1.75. 1.75. And what is this value corresponding to this one here? This is the point here. This is 1.25, 1.2, 1.15. This is 1.15. And what is the x value here? The x value here is 6, and the x value here is 4. 4 over here. Now, slope. What is the value of slope? Slope should be equal to difference in y. 1.75 minus 1.6. What is it? That is equal to 0.6. Right? 5 minus 5, 0. 7 minus 1, 6. Divided by 2. So, which should now be equal to 0.3. Thus, we have got the value of slope to be equal to 0.3. 0.3. No need of uncertainty. 0.3. This is for 3 marks. How is the marks being divided? The marks is divided like this. First is you took 2 points. Okay, let me write it down here itself. You took 2 points and found and drew a triangle. This will be for 1 mark. And after that, you calculated slope, right? This will be for 1 mark, and then final answer. So this will be for 1 mark. Okay, state the value of k, unit of k. Once again. Now what we have is, what did I have? Slope. K is equal to square root of slope. And what was the slope given by, what was the equation? The equation was t square equal to k square into divided by h, right? This is what we have. No need of going to this also. You can directly take here. You can say k square is equal to t square into h. What is t square? T square is second square. What is h? H is meters, right? So k square, k should be equal to second meter to the power of half. This should be your answer. Okay. Thank you. Let us move on to the second video.